we're turning now to Ami Kaufman again to discuss the headlines you missed while scanning the news.
Right.
So,
a lot of, we're hearing a lot
no
lately.
U.S. politics.
Not this segment, at least. I'm going to talk to you first about the Zika virus. We're hearing a lot of, seeing a lot of headlines about this. Brazil specifically is suffering from a pretty major outbreak of this Zika virus, where you sometimes see something that is called microcephaly, where the head kind of an infant usually shrinks. Mm-hmm. It looks very odd, and it's very, of course, painful, and it also causes mental problems later on when they grow up. Problem with Brazil is that they have to deal with the Olympics that are coming up this summer,
right. And summer mosquitoes
in Rio de Janeiro, and some of the venues they say will be inspected daily during the games in a bid to prevent the spread of this mosquito-borne virus. We have a report about the latest about this Zika virus, which is not only has an outbreak in Brazil, but also in about 20 other countries around the world.
Let's have a look.
Alarm over thousands of birth defects attributed to the Zika virus spread across Latin America over the weekend as the United States expanded a travel warning for pregnant women. With the sting of a mosquito bite and a fever, many pregnant women may not know they caught the virus until it strikes their unborn child. Now authorities in some Latin American countries are warning women to avoid getting pregnant for fear of the virus. Babies across the region and at least one in the United States have been born with abnormally smaller heads, a condition doctors call microcephaly, which can cause brain damage. The scare has struck hardest in Brazil, which will host the Summer Olympic Games in August, and which is currently getting ready for its annual world-renowned carnival with warm-up street parties.
I'm almost 6 months pregnant. I'm very worried. I always use bug repellent to protect myself. I'm trying not to become crazy or paranoid, like by being afraid to leave the house over concerns about catching the virus. But I avoid wearing dark clothes because they attract mosquitoes, and I wear bug spray all the time.
Authorities in Rio de Janeiro announced plans to prevent the spread of the virus in the lead-up to the Summer Games.
The risk of the virus is lesser in winter, and as the Games will take place in August, there is a lower risk. The best protection against the proliferation of the virus is to eliminate the carrier. That's the mosquito. So we are taking that into consideration with daily inspections in all of the Olympic installations.
The Dominican Republic also reported 10 confirmed cases of the virus. World Health Organization spokesman Christian Lindmeier said there have been 3,893 suspected microcephaly cases in Brazil, including 49 deaths since October. Brazil's health officials say they're convinced the jump is linked to a sudden outbreak of the Zika virus, though the mechanics of how the virus might affect babies remain unclear.
It's very concerning.
It is very concerning.
And how do you control
just a few more months, right?
Yeah.
Until the Olympics.
Yeah.
They have to hurry up.
They do.
Let's go on to Iran, where we've been hearing a lot of, since the sanctions have been lifted, about a lot of businesses that are trying to get in there and make deals with the local government. Here we have a big one. This is Airbus and Iran. Iran has committed to
Airbus
buying
is the winner.
114 planes. That's a $10 billion deal.
That's a significant purchase.
It's a very significant purchase, and I'm sure Boeing is not too happy about it, Airbus's competitor. But yeah, over a few years, they're already going to start getting some new planes in March.
Okay.
So yeah, that is
Wow.
a massive, massive deal.
Wow.
And of course, Saudi Arabia, as we can see from this next headline from Al Arabiya, is a nation that is worried about the sanctions being lifted, about
Right.
Iran getting stronger both economically and militarily. Kerry was there recently, as we can see from this headline, reassuring them of the solid relationship that the U.S. has with Saudi Arabia, meeting with King Salman and other officials in Saudi Arabia, and just a real effort to alleviate all those fears.
Yes, it's a very tense time right now, especially with Iran, everything that's happening. Unfortunately, that is all the time we have, so quick press review, but,
Yes.
but good report there.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And coming up next, Egypt marks 5 years since revolution that toppled President Hosni Mubarak. We examine where it stands now. First, let's hear some more of this morning's headlines.